All right, guys, so I'm coming to you from my house. This is unconventional, but I kind of like it. I kind of like doing class from my house. So today we're going to work on this iMovie trailer thing, and there's a couple things that I want to tell you before we start. One, if you're not used to using iMovie software, don't be upset. I just want you to take a deep breath, work at your own pace, and if you have any questions at all, I want you to email me. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is a screencast of me sort of working through this process. It's kind of long and it may be helpful to some of you who haven't done this, but it may be not helpful to those of you that have done this. So the gist of this is that you have your visual research cataloged now in your chart. And the idea is that you're going to take all of these video snippets and you are going to create a video trailer that talks about your identity, right? So what have you learned about yourself through videoing these moments over the last several weeks? How are you going to take all those pieces together and splice them into a trailer and create this video trailer, which is about the perception that you want people to know about you. So you need to think back to the Robin Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire video that we looked at and consider how you want to portray yourself and your identity. So I went ahead and created a trailer for you. So after the screencasting, which you'll see the steps that I take to go through using the iMovie software. And again, if that's not news for you, you can fast forward through that. And then you'll get to the very end and I will input my trailer that I made so you can see an example. Have fun with this. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to email me, but this shouldn't be stressful. This should be fun. All right, so now we're gonna go into iMovie and start creating our trailer. So on your iPads, you need to find the iMovie icon. Yours probably doesn't look like this because I have a lot of stuff in here. But the first thing we're going to do is hit the plus sign and create a new project. And this is really simple. It gives you an option between movie and trailer, and we're going to pick trailer. Now you'll notice when you get in here that there's all of these different themes. If I hit the different themes, you can actually even go through some of them and see what there is to see. So if I go back to this one, you'll notice down at the bottom it says one cast member. You're definitely only one cast member. So some of these might say like 2 cast members. That might be a little bit more difficult. So you could go through and see different examples of how it might look. And these videos will be where your videos go into, so it won't have that, obviously. But think about the Mrs. Doubtfire video that you saw and what kind of perception or perspective that you're bringing with your identity video. So for me, I like this one just because it feels like my personality. So I'm going to choose this one and then hit create. So after you hit create, you're going to notice that a storyboard pops up. There's something on the left and something on the right, outline and storyboard. So we're going to start with the outline side, and you'll notice that that is underlined. And this is where you're going to toggle through the different areas to create your story, because that's what you're doing. You're using your video to create your story. So I'm gonna erase this data and start putting in my own. So teacher identity, museum, because that's the videos that I'm going to be using for the example trailer. I'm gonna put in myself because this is my thing, my video. And the outline here, this is what pops up in the credits at the end. So all of these things down here in the studio and credits, that's all gonna be me because I'm doing everything. And again, these are the things that pop up at the end. When I'm finished, I'm gonna hit storyboard and you'll see this comes up with the storylines and the different frames. So I can go in here and start changing all of these things to, again, create my story. What am I going to say about all of these videos and make them coherent into one story that others that are viewing this can understand? So as I work through, I might just begin to tell my story. So some teachers will do anything for students. That's maybe how my story is going to start. And as I work through here, I go into the frames. The frames are where I input my video. So I can click over on the left in Identity, which is my folder, and you'll see all my videos. And then I'm going to choose the video snippet to put into this first frame. When I choose one, and it goes in there, I can then zoom in, right? So maybe I want to see how it's going to look. So I can zoom in, and this is where I can edit my shot. So I actually click the frame, and then the left screen pulls up, and I can drag and toggle over to where I want my, my slide to be. I clicked the wrong done, so you need to make sure when you go back in that you click done, which is on the bottom of the frame that you zoom in on. So when I zoom in on the frame itself, I click done on the bottom and not on the top. After I get that finished, I can go in and start looking through all these other frames and putting in my videos. Now, students all the time will ask me, do I need to have a separate video for each one of these sections? And the answer to that is no. There might be some videos that you want to repeat, and that's okay. I do want to see a variety of videos, but I do understand that for some of these different themes, there might be several frames more than what you have. So again, even in your story, you might want to go back and hit some high points. So I'm going to show you again really quickly how I put the video in. I click on the frame, go drop my video in. I can click on the frame further, edit my shot, figure out which spot I want it to be on, and then I'm going to hit done on the bottom and not the top. When that's all finished and I have all of my frames filled and my story done, then I'm going to hit done on the top and my video is going to
Okay, so now you
on.
have your video created, and the last step to this is how to save it. So I want you to do two things. One, make sure you're saving, well, it's automatically going to be saving in iMovie, but I want you to save the movie to your videos. So you hit the Share on the bottom. When you're in the, after you hit create, there's a Share at the bottom. You're going to swipe up on that, and you're going to save it to your videos, to the actual video media on your iPad, which you access from Photos. And then I want you to email it to yourself, so you have it on your computer, and then you can download it onto your computer. And then we'll talk about how we upload these to Canvas in just a second. But for now, here's my training.